Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another bigger review. We got some more Street Fighter. I was lucky enough to find this guy at Target. I did not see the other character that released alongside Bison here. I believe his name is Dollism, stretchy dude. Um, but yeah, I didn't see him on the shelf, so I don't know if they release at the same time or if they have different release dates. But I saw about three of these guys on the shelf, and I thought to myself, I gotta pick this guy up. He is, I think, the main villain of, or one of the main villains from Street Fighter 2. You fight him at the end, I believe. And then I think once you beat him, you also fight Akuma, if I remember right. I think, I don't know, Street Fighter fans can correct me. But yeah, we have the same packaging here. Street Fighter 2 logo, M Bison there, some nice art there of the character, a nice little arcade machine with the player 1 and player 2 up there, and then some more Street Fighter art there on the side and on this other side as well. Can't wait till we get Cammy and some of the other characters that we have, like E Honda, um, Guile, Blanca, I think it was. But yeah, a lot of wanted characters to be made by JADATOYS, but they're slowly doing it. And we have M Bison here looking very cool. And then we do get that nice little backdrop here if you want to pose them and take pictures. It's a very small, window, but you can make it work. But with that being said, let's take a look at its accessories because we do have a fair amount. I think what is expected with these Street Fighter figures. We have his power effect here that goes over his fist. Nice little purple sort of flame ball effect. Looking very cool. I believe this is supposed to be some sort of energy that he's able to produce. Kind of like black magic. I don't remember too well, but yeah, this goes over the fist very nicely and it looks very cool. We have an alternate head which is supposed to have sort of eyeballs or pupils in it, and they're very faint and very faded on mine. You can barely see the dots in there, so it just kind of looks like there's some sort of splotchiness. But because you think it's full out white eyes, but no, they are supposed to be pupils in there, and I believe the back of the packaging shows that a little better, that they're eyes. But yeah, so I don't know if it's just a mine with some weird paint defects or whatever you want to call it. But for the most part, I don't really mind it. It still looks great, sort of an angry look. Some nice hair sculpting and paint, and nice texturing for the hat and everything else. A nice little medallion there on his cap. I'm sure there's a proper term for that sort of style of cap. But then we do have two open palm hands, very cool. Sort of grabby hands, and then we do get two shoulder pieces here that you can interchange with the one he currently has on, which has the cape itself attached to it. Now, articulation wise, it's JADATOYS, so he does some pretty amazing looking up, down, side to side. You have the great pivoting there. Arms go out about that much. Great butterfly joint going back very far. So yeah, nicely done there. You have your bicep swivel, double jointed arms, and then all of his hands hinge horizontally as such, and then they do turn in there. You have your upper torso waist rocker there, very nice range, forward, back, and then you also have your waist swivel down here, so you can get even more range going forward and going back. You can kick forward about that much very nicely. You have your thigh swivel there. You have double jointed knees, which go back pretty far. He can kick his own ass. The red there is kind of annoying there. You know, wish they would have painted that. Up here, it doesn't really matter, but yeah, down here in the boot area, that can be a little irritating to see the red there. No real boot swivel, there's none. You just get the thigh swivel, but boots go back about that much. Forward, pretty well. This sort of armor piece here is very flexible, so you can get it to go up pretty well. So that's pretty good. And then you do have ankle pivot in there. Now, the cape itself, I kind of don't like this system that they're going for. Because yeah, it just kind of detaches on its own. And in the packaging, you do get instructions on how to, you know, remove it and how to place it back in. So yeah, you're supposed to do it from the front side, and then it should clip on. And it does, it will clip on, but over time, you know, as you saw, it just kind of detaches. One thing to note, the cape is rather, you know, kind of soft goods. It's not a plastic one, but yeah, it's a thick kind of soft goods, and it feels very nice. There's some nice sort of texture and going along it. You can see the stitching there, but I don't know what they did here, but I don't think this is a bendy wire, and if it is, it's a very thin one, because it doesn't really feel like it. But you know, you can get the cape to just bend and pose wherever you want it to go, and you know, that's just some amazing work from JADATOYS, and it's something, I don't know, maybe Hasbro should, you know, take notes on, and you know, give us more soft goods cape like these that, you know, they can pose. You know, they can pose, and it just makes character much more dynamic and not as restricted. But you can see how you can have it just levitating going up. But yeah, it can hold its pose. I'm very surprised with this cape and how it turned out. I just think they did a phenomenal job. As you can see, it just holds its position just much more dynamic. But yeah, and then you have your gold buttons there holding it in place. You have his more stoic look, which I think some sort of maniacal laughing head would have been nice with this guy, or smiling head, you know, kind of maniacal smile. I think that would have sent this figure over the top, but you know, the stern looking face and the angry face, they both look great. Again, nicely sculpted, painted, and detailed. The body has all this texture going through it, which is very nice. You have the belt there in gold, a nice stripe of blue, you know, to break up that red. And then you have your silver gauntlets there, and then those knee pads and shin guards and whatnot. And then, you know, in black, there's the back of the figure. But yeah, he looks great overall. He poses amazing, and I almost threw my camera down. But yeah. And here we have Ken and Chun-Li from the same series. You can see how, you know, they do scale pretty well together. You know, M. Bison was a pretty tall dude, and he kind of towers over Ken here. And it's also his hat, but yeah, you can see, yeah, like his hat really does tower over him, and definitely towers over Chun-Li. So I think the size proportions here are very very nice. So yeah, they scale very well together. Alright everybody, so that does it for my review on M. Bison here. It's a fantastic looking figure. I think he poses amazing and just looks amazing. You can get a lot of dynamic poses out of him. And you know, that cape is just super dynamic as well, easy to pose. And you can just see him here just sort of doing a powerful move. But yeah, I really love the figure. I love the character as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll see you guys in a future video.